back to World of Warships, and today I'm just gonna show you like my setup. Some YouTubers have the setup they go with, like the camos they roll with, or some sort of special setup. So that's what I'm gonna be doing today. And Black Friday sale, hooray! Don't we all love that? And my daily, yeah, whatever. All right. So the setup I like to go with, let's just say tier 7. Actually, so I roll with this camo because it was like the Missouri camo. The camos I usually roll with, just depending on like, if it's Independence Day, I use the Iowa Stars and Stripes for like a month. I'll switch it up, but usually the camo I roll with is the black. Like the black is honestly like my favorite color, and it makes the ship look pretty nice. Also, if it's like a night fight, it blends in pretty well, but still you're gonna get detected or whatnot. But the black camo is usually what I roll with. It's like clean, and I just like it. It's like my favorite camo out of all. But for Iowa, I just use that's every ship. So every ship I use, like if it doesn't have like a special camo like this, like how the Iowa does, I just roll with the black shadow camo. But for the Iowa, I roll with this. I mean, it's the Missouri. The Missouri has this color too. But the stripes make it look pretty sick. I like how it's like black, white, and then like light blue. Makes it look pretty sick. I like it. I actually do like it a lot. But yeah, that's the camo I roll with. Occasionally I'll switch it up, but I really haven't. I don't know why I did Rust Bucket, honestly. I mean, it's not my favorite, in my opinion. It's just not my favorite. Victory, it's decent. And since it's Christmas time and it's coming up, I do Santa in red. Oh my, never mind. I haven't done Santa in red in forever. Never mind, forget that. That's so bright. Santa 21's pretty decent, but yeah, that used to be my OG camo right there, was type 1 before I got the other one. Oh my gosh, that's an Iowa with no camo. Okay, there we go. Much better. But yeah. So the boosters I usually go with is just like the double. I don't know why that's there. I go with the double boosters because I don't want to waste my triple boosters. The only time I use the triple boosters is when I have like a new ship. Like I need to grind out Japanese and UK ships now, because I pretty much finished the American Tech Tree line. I think I'll do a video on me just like grinding the Japanese to get the Amagen, Izumo, and to get the Vanguard, and I don't want to pronounce it. I'm tired today. Oh wait, they have another one? What is this? A Duncan. This looks like a big citadel. So maybe not that. But yeah, I need to grind those out. Germany, I have a love-hate relationship with Germany. France, depends, but anyway. So yeah, double boosters, I use it on just like ships already been grinded out. I just use it for extra like global XP, money, and also commander stars, and just to give my ship more performance. Also, I ran out of those, so gotta get more of those. So yeah, so I would go with the catapult fire. I guess it does increase the shell damage or something like that, people have been saying, but I rolled the spotter. It increases the shell grouping by 10%, but really it's come in handy in my fights that I've been having in these games, and they're really useful. Secondary is pretty good for like go for Grobber Curve first. It's pretty decent, but usually I just roll the spotter. I want to have that good shell grouping, and it's just the best thing for me because I use the main battery all the time. Catapult fire is just the only time I use it is probably a carrier, but you are all automatically equipped with it, so you can't really do anything. Repair party, and I can't change those. Got the AP shells. The flag. Now I go with Duck of War. It just symbolizes that I've been here for like a very long time. Duck of War was like clear back. Can't remember. It was like when the game was in its early stage before its point right now. Like this was a couple years ago. But the Duck of War flag, I love that rubber ducky. It's so beautiful. I love them. The Legends veteran 4 years. I don't know if that's for like people who played for 4 years or it's just a flag everyone gets. I don't know honestly. And all these other random flags I really don't put on. Like I just have them, but I just go with the Duck of War flag. And yeah, statistics with the Iowa. Just fun fact: I've had 236 battles on it, 128 wins, 108 defeats. And my main battery accuracy is not the best, 38%. Ugh, sorry, I had something in my throat there. I've destroyed 192 warships. By main guns, 174. Secondary army at 7. By flooding and fire was twice, dang. I thought I had a lot more. By other sources, 9. Warships spotted, 73. So my average kills is not even 1. Bro, that's disappointing. Ranked battles is 82% win on the ship. I've only had 2 defeats. Arena, I've never won a game in arena. It's just hard to win. Everyone's so good, but also like your team could just throw it away. Brawl has been alright. Brawl's not. Let me just say, Brawl, the accuracy is just so bad. Oh, it's terrible. It gives me a headache. Oh yeah, Commander. So the commander I roll with, he's all maxed out. He's almost a legendary 3. I have to get 15 of those suckers if I want to max out everything. The reason why I go with this guy is because obviously he's a battleship commander, but he's built to last, gives extra 380 HP. Like that really matters because everything, even a single shell does like 2k depending on where it hits. But usually it's like the extra health can come in handy sometimes, but it's just not that common. I just kind of wish his base trait was a little different, but you know, you get what you get. I do Flammable Cannoneer, even though it increases the risk of catching fire by 13%. It increases my battleship main shell grouping by 5%. Battleship range with the main battery is plus 8%, so it allows me to shoot farther. But the fire is definitely an issue, and I kind of hate it, but I just can't do anything about it. The traverse speed is increased by 1.5%/second. I do gyrating drill bits instead of I don't know how to say that. This is weird, but I just go with that because it increases the main gun traverse speed, which means I can just flip around quicker, so I can lock on my target quicker. The battleship's main gun AP shell damage is increased by 10%, but the speed is reduced by 10%. But since Iowa was one of the fastest battleships in the, I think, U.S. history, or just like it's one of the fastest battleships that they've ever made. Like it's a fast boat. It doesn't show it on. I don't think it shows it on the trait, right? Oh no. So yeah, it is one of the fastest. Oh my gosh, where am I going? It is one of the fastest ships there are, but I'm sure there are faster, but Iowa is one of the fastest. I do marksmanship. Oh wait, I forgot to say. Yeah, that's why. Marksmanship, main battery dispersion minus 10%. The time to turn, or I think it's rudder shift time. I think that means like it's either turn or going back and forth, like going full and then going backwards takes longer. Or it's like the turning takes longer, but I really haven't had any problem with the rudder shift because I run the propulsion mod or whatnot. And then I do main battery range just to get more out there so I could get early shots. Yeah, that's the only reason why. But also I don't really, damage control hasn't really been an issue. Neither were the secondaries. Like secondaries I don't really care about on the American battleships. It's really the secondaries on the German ships you have to worry about because that's what their main trait or like their best trait or best advantages is their freaking secondaries. Their main batteries kind of suck. But so I do will to rebuild. The amount of HP recovered is 73%. Once I get that up to 4, it'll be 110%. But the repair party duration is decreased by 40%, which that's actually new because I remember it was just amount of HP recovered. They definitely changed that. Probably because everyone's running it now. But will to rebuild, it comes in handy in fights, like if you're low or you need some like recovery. from taking like a Citadel or something like that. But you have to be like very low, and it only comes in handy when you're very low. Like if I'm at like 7,000 HP, and an ally comes in, they'll help me increase my health. So it's really handy, and it's really come in handy in fights that I've been having. Like Will to Rebuild, thank goodness for it. It really matters. Now I go with Andrew Cunningham. Honestly, you could go with whatever inspiration you want that works best for you. But I go with Andrew Cunningham. His main trait is Battleship Main Battery Shell Grouping, and it increases by 4.25%. And it just helps with the shell grouping, so I can land a devastating strike on ships. Now I think it's I had to make a decision between two commanders. I chose the Italian one. Lacino. Is it Lacino or Lacino? I don't know. But this guy, go away. I love that trait. It's so funny. My battleship's main battery shell grouping when shooting at battleships is increased by 1.8%. Battleship main shell grouping when shooting at cruisers is increased by 4.2%. And battleship main shell grouping when shooting at destroyers is increased by 1.8%. I really like my shell grouping. I like it a lot because it just helps me, again, land devastating strikes on ships. So that's the loadout I roll with usually on all my ships. I mean, it's the same. You got William Sims on all these ships, see? Like, that's just usually the ones I roll with. Now, if you're talking, like, different, like, look, I already got them in North Carolina, but if you're talking, like, UK ships, I obviously go with Andrew Cunningham because of that shell grouping. If you're talking like France, I go with this guy. I upgraded this guy from the very beginning because I'm just like, I like this guy. Like I had no clue at the beginning of this when I started playing this game. Oh wait, I can upgrade him. Oh yo. Okay, never mind. I'll take that. But I rolled this guy because he's a battleship commander, and honestly, haven't really had a problem with him. Actually, I wonder what his setup is. No, same thing as the other guy. Well, yeah. So yeah, that's the setup for like American ships. Since I usually just play in American battleships, that's the setup for me. Let me know down in the comments how like you set up, because I know there's some people who have like a way different setup than I do. But like it's interesting. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the upgrades. So the upgrades I roll with is the main battery traverse speed. It really comes in handy. I would do secondary armament, but it's just not that important. Like I just use the main guns really. Like I said, it's only useful when you're in a German battleship, and you just rely on the secondaries. Because the main battery, it's decent, but the shell grouping's kind of terrible, and the guns look weird too. The propulsion mod, time taken to reach full power when accelerating is minus 50%, so I could go back and forth easier and increase speed quick. I would go with damage control since I do have that issue of the fire, because I increase my chance of getting a fire since I'm getting better shell grouping. But I go with the propulsion mod because I need a backup quicker. Then I go with target acquisition mod. It helps me detect ships faster, and also I can find them quicker. I would do consolement. I know consolament's actually pretty money because when you shoot, it lets the enemy know you're spotted, but you could get away quicker because you have the consolement, and they won't be able to find you as much. Well, they won't be able to detect you quick either. And you know what they say, the larger the ship, the easier she is to detect, but the consolement mod really comes in handy. I would use it on the Yami, honestly, because the Yami's such a big boat. But for the Iowa, I use target acquisition system, and it just helps. It really helps in the main battery too. And then we got artillery plotting room mod 2. The reason why I upgraded this, actually, can I upgrade this? 2,000 steel is not worth it. But the reason why I upgraded this is because for every 30,000 damage, which I do, it increases my main battery dispersion, which is pretty nice. And then once I get it to max, it's like crazy, and I go crazy. Like, it's pretty good. I love it, and it's really helped me in fights. There's a secondary mod battery that's for, again, German ships, or you can use on American. I don't care. It's your decision, but I just roll with artillery plotting room mod 2, and I upgraded it. But I'm not gonna upgrade it again because I need more steel. They gotta like have rewards for like steel. Like they need to have more events where you could get a ton of steel. Like, it's just annoying not having steel. Like, it's just so rare. You could buy it, I think. I don't think you can, but it's just annoying to have. And then obviously you have the upgrades to like purchase and stuff like that, like, you know, from the tech tree. But yeah, that's the loadout I roll with. Let me know down in the comments what your guys' loadouts are and like how you set it up. And yeah, thank you all for watching, and that's the setup for me. I will see you guys later.